Superheroes have a rich and complex history in comics, but some have done leaps and bounds for the industry, even influenced many more of the modern creations we know and love today. So today we're counting down the top 10 most iconic superheroes. Let's see if your favorites make the cut. And at number 10 we have Thor. Starting off our list, we have a character who was first introduced in 1962 in Journey into Mystery number 83. A Silver Age hero, he was created by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and Larry Lieber. Lee stated that he wanted to create a hero who was stronger than the strongest person. And the answer to that predicament? Make the hero a god. Based on the god of thunder from Norse legends, Thor was popular from the get-go, and even led to Marvel retitling its Journey into Mystery series to The Mighty Thor in 1967. And at number 9 we have Hulk. Created in 1962 by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, the destructor monolith of a character with a genius-level intellect has always been a fan favorite. Some saw Hulk as a reaction to the Cold War and the threat of a nuclear attack. The 60s were a time when a lot of fiction took advantage of the Cold War scare, creating many a character who were affected by nuclear power, a lot of them becoming mutants or monsters. Sound familiar, Marvel? So what was the inspiration for the Hulk? Frankenstein's monster and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, along with the recent success of the Thing from Fantastic Four, which at the time was still a fairly new Marvel creation. Up next, number 8, we have Captain America. Forever a symbol of American patriotism, despite recent reinventions of the character that we won't talk about, Captain America was Marvel's, or rather Timely's as it was still at that point, response to World War II. Cap first appeared in Captain America Comics number 1 in 1941, prior to the US joining World War II, and the issue depicted the character dressed in red, white, and blue defeating fascist forces, including punching Hitler in the face. Joe Simon and Jack Kirby were behind Steve Rogers' Super Soldier, and even after the war, Captain America still stands as a beacon of national hope to many readers, sharing many of the virtues readers associate with the country. And at 7 we have The Flash. One of the Golden Age superheroes on our list, Flash first hit newsstands in Flash Comics number 1 in 1940. He was created by Gardner Fox and Harry Lampert. He's a hero who has been taken up by various different characters, all of which have maintained the interest of fans for decades. And don't worry, Jay Garrick being cancelled wasn't personally your fault. And the meeting of Barry Allen and Jay Garrick led to the creation of the DC Multiverse. The Flash has had a tendency to be the catalyst for many of the groundbreaking events that have occurred in the duration of DC's publication history, generally causing drastic changes to the continuity from time to time, although some feel he's become a bit of a scapegoat for publishers to reset the universe. And at 6 we have Iron Man. Iron Man has a bit of a fun publication origin. Another Stan Lee, Jack Kirby creation, Tony Stark first appeared in Tales of Suspense number 39 in 1963. Stan Lee had been flirting with the idea of creating a businessman superhero, and wanted to create the quintessential capitalist, something that he thought would go against the spirit of the times and Marvel's readership. He said, and I quote, "I gave myself a dare. It was the height of the Cold War. The young readers, if there was one thing they hated, it was war. It was military. So I got a hero who represented that to the 100th degree. I thought it'd be kind of fun to take the kind of character nobody would like and shove him down their throats and make them like him. Guess it worked, Stan." And at 5 we have Wolverine. Here we have a superhero who is the epitome of the anti-hero. First appearing as an aide to the Hulk in The Incredible Hulk number 180 in 1974, the character eventually became so popular amongst fans, and was revamped and placed into the X-Men, and then he got his solo line in 1988 that is still ongoing. Wolverine emerged in comics after the Vietnam War, and his tough broodiness along with his use of deadly force became characteristics that many comic book characters would adopt for decades after him. And at 4 we have Wonder Woman. She's been an icon for many young girls who love comics, and was the first real female superhero, created by William Moulton Marston in 1941, appearing in All-Star Comics number 8. A year later she became the main hero in the debut of Sensation Comics number 1. Marston has said about his creation that, "Women's strong qualities have become despised because of their weakness. The obvious remedy is to create a feminine character with all the strength of Superman, plus all the allure of a good and beautiful woman." And arguably, Wonder Woman opened the door for all of her female predecessors that we know and love today, from Batgirl to Miss Marvel and even Mystique. And at 3 we have Spider-Man. Created by the legendary Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, Spidey first appeared in Amazing Fantasy number 15 in 1962, and he's one of the reasons Marvel took the market by storm in the 60s, helping make the publisher what it is today. Marvel's take on more realistic superheroes living in real settings like New York City also aided this, and Spider-Man, being a younger superhero, became relatable to that young key demographic consuming comics at the time. And Peter Parker, not having a mentor like many of the younger sidekick superheroes that existed at the time, had to learn on his own that great power comes with great responsibility, a line that appeared in the final panel of the first Spider-Man story, and was a statement that was later retroactively attributed to Uncle Ben. And at number 2 we have Batman. While multiple superheroes started hitting newsstands after Siegel and Schuster created Superman, Batman was the first weird creation that really stuck. Created by Bill Finger and Bob Kane, Batman made his debut in Detective Comics number 27 in 1939, and since has been featured in all different kinds of media, from television shows to movies to video games. Even though Bruce Wayne has gone through some ups and downs over the years, which you can thank Frederick Wortham and the Comics Code Authority for, His longevity and reinvention has always stood for overcoming the darkness and persevering through hard work. And at number 1 we have Superman. Whether you love him or hate him, the fact remains. Superman is responsible for starting the age of superheroes, being the first to appear in Action Comics number 1 in 1938. He's also the reason why superheroes wear their insignia on their chests. The S, originally representing Superman, is actually his family coat of arms, and you can't deny it. The name Superman is practically synonymous with superheroes and comics in general. So there we have it, guys. Are there superheroes you think should have made this list? Should we do a part 2? Let us know your thoughts in those comments below. And if you dug this video, feel free to hit those like and subscribe buttons. But for now, I'm Kelly Pally, and you've been watching Top 10 Nerd. I'll catch you guys in the next one.